Hello, welcome back to another Fashion Show. I'm Jacob from J and today we're actually going to be building an apartment today. Before we get started into the speed build, I will say if you want to watch me build in real time, which was a very frustrating experience for inzoi, first time ever building in it. We're decorating an apartment, I should say, but we do redo the whole interior and stuff. If you want to see that in real time, you click on the link down below, take you to an unlisted video, which is just the whole thing. So just want to give you a heads up. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into the speed build. All right, hi. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about this. I have never played inzoi before. I take that back. In my thing, even I even talk about it. I did briefly touch it when it first came out, and then also when I got a new computer, I downloaded it, but I didn't really play it. I think my husband actually has put more hours in inzoi than I personally have. It was just like one of those games that felt very overwhelming at the time, and so I could not. We are going to talk about the difficulties of build mode. I'm sure if you played inzoi quite a bit since it's come out, it's probably not as difficult. But for me, oh my god, this was a huge pain in the motherfucking ass. It was very annoying. And I'm going to kind of explain why in a few different ways. It's gonna look like I'm gonna have understanding. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth. Essentially, like placing down objects, not that hard. All is like move objects on in this game, and so you can kind of place any object anywhere you want as long as there's like a place to slot it. The problem here is that walls, floor paper, and all that other stuff are done in such a weird way. So like when you're thinking like The Sims, which is what I'm personally thinking of, right? I'm thinking, I can just like highlight a wall. Even parallels, you can highlight a wall and you can paint it. That's not how it works here. Sorry if you can hear any noises going. I don't know why anybody's doing construction right now. It's raining. It just got done raining, but they are, and they're doing it in the backyard. So can't really do anything about that. That being said, let's go ahead and like continue on. Um, and so those are things that I had to like kind of figure out. Also, because I've never played with the objects before, I didn't know how much space the inzoi has. And because now I understand that you are really the one controlling them fully, at least mostly, it's a lot easier. Also, this shit's not going to be super decorated. Okay, this is a very relaxed apartment. The color's not even the best. If anybody has any ideas on how to update wallpaper and do all that fun stuff, let me know in the comments down below, as I truly was having a struggle. Um, and also, I didn't have my other mouse, and so I couldn't scroll down, so there could be more options. I'm just not aware of them because it doesn't have like a scroll thing on it. And honestly, when I played today, I wasn't even in build mode, so I didn't look. I also did not decorate any of the areas. There's a little bit stuff outside her apartment, but not really. If you are curious who this apartment belongs to, her name is Yara, Yara Calloway. And I just uploaded, I'll link it. I just uploaded part one, which is all talking about Yara and creating Yara. This happens right after that section. We built this. Another thing is that this door has this like little platform with it. I could not figure out how to like mess with the platform. I could figure out how to manipulate the platform itself, but I could not figure out how to do it. So that was also an interesting little thing. You cannot get rid of it. You can also not move the door. So I have decided to put a wall around the door. You can't do it right there. You got to do it like one square up. Also, because this is not, we're not actually technically playing with squares in this game. It's pretty open where you can put a wall or anything. It makes things even more complicated. Okay, I don't know if you can see it in video, but you see how the far wall isn't fully connected? Remember that for future reference. Well, it'll come back, I promise. Yeah, well, okay, so why, also, I guess I'll talk about it here since there's a likely chance more people seeing this video than like the first part. This game does use generative AI. I personally have not used generative AI. I have tested it as I was kind of curious. I like what it looked like, what it meant. I didn't use anything. I deleted everything I did. Say what you will about me wanting to touch it or play with it or, to see what it did. All you want, that's perfectly fine. No problem there. However, I do really like how you can insert your own textures. I don't know how much I will be using that. Then again, I don't know. This was really complicated, so maybe a lot more than I think. Who really knows? This is where I'm figuring out the flooring. It's gonna take me, the majority of this is me figuring out the flooring. I'm not even joking. And I thought maybe if I make it a room, that will do it. But as you guys can figure out here, this is not a full room. These walls are not connected like I thought they were. Don't worry, I will eventually figure out this is a problem. It's going to require me going into YouTube to figure something else out first, but I will figure that this is a problem too. Do not worry about it. It just hasn't happened yet. Um, and so yeah, so the does use generative AI. I obviously do not support generative AI. I'm a very creative person. I have my own writing out there. AI in general, especially generative or creative AI, is very harmful for any type of career that I would want going near the future because it can be harmful to a brand. It can be harmful for a lot of different reasons. That's me figuring out that I didn't have a room. And so I don't support. I don't support AI or generative AI. I do support AI in video games, but it depends on the type of usage. I think there are a few different things that AI is doing that's not generative, like you're making a video out of AI and you didn't do any work for it. That's or art or something. That's ridiculous. But like I'm talking more like I don't know, like NPCs or something. All of that's AI, and I think that's very useful for a game. It's kind of like my stance on it. Um, yeah, hopefully that's good enough. I don't even know if that's a good stance, but that is my. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me go find my spot. My cat just jumped me so far into the future. Was that even the correct? No, because I was figuring out how to put down the flooring. I'm off. I don't know. We'll talk. I'll try to talk about things as they come up, but like I said, I am off. I learned that the easiest way for me personally is for flooring. In case this is something also if it's something you're playing with, you're like, oh, how do I play this game? I really want to play this game. I think it looks fun or whatever. I'm having a great time, by the way. I will not lie to you. I'm having a phenomenal time. I'm very much adoring, like enjoying what I am playing. Cannot complain whatsoever. The building here it's one of it's not great, but also I'm not used to it, so it could just be like a personal thing. I don't know, but it's not great. Also, you're gonna see that I'm gonna run into an issue with the kitchen in particular with a stovetop. I thought that it would just automatically give me enough room, like enough squares. It does not. To be able to place a stovetop, and also they don't have small cabinets or anything inside this game yet, either. And so like it's just impossible. So I'm actually gonna have to expand this room. You're gonna see here in a second. It works out in the end. It's all good, but it is something that we're gonna have to discuss because I, yeah, I just kind of adjusted it and then I adjusted the walls. But this is what I'm talking about, where you don't have to place the walls exactly. Like it's a little off. That's kind of like how it works. It's kind of weird, but you can manipulate it in a way so it's like not connected to the other room as well. It's just an interesting little. It's just a lot of back and forth, a lot of playing around with it. Build mode is by far the hardest thing. I really did like creative mode, like building the Zoe. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I like how our Zoe turned out. I use a lot of presets and stuff, of course, because it's brand new to me. But I do really enjoy that. If you want to see those experiences, like I said, there are video parts already for you to be able to watch if that's what you're curious about. And also, I played probably about 3 hours worth of gameplay at this point, as well as I've streamed twice on this game, and I'm super enjoying gameplay. It's a lot more relaxing than I thought it was going to be, and this is me figuring out that, you know, certain things. Also, not all these objects I'm placing down actually have interactions with them, which I did not know that either, but it's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. Like the wine rack, I really wanted to be interactable. It's not. That's a little sad. And I also do enjoy having like the creative freedom. Obviously, that's a big part of like the Sims 4 doesn't have creative freedom and stuff, and so that's kind of fun. Also, like it's our first build in like a different world as well, which is very exciting. I don't think I did a paralyzed build. I should probably do that. I haven't really thought about that. I'm planning on playing Paralyzed, just I don't think I'm gonna do it this week. I think I'll do it next week. I kind of want a whole week of inzoi. That's what we're planning on doing. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. A little just to get us started in the game. We're also gonna be playing The Sims still. I just need a little bit of a break. I played it for multiple weeks in a row nonstop, and I've hit my peak, and so we're off it. Now we're working on some other stuff. Yeah. When it comes to like lively things, like a normal people would just chit chat, right? And I just wanted to touch on like my experiences while playing the game. I just didn't really like build mode. That's like my big takeaway from this. I'm really enjoying like every other aspect of the game. I'm enjoying the aspects of like where you're talking and building relationships. It's complicated and it's very difficult, but it's very rewarding, in my opinion. I'm also enjoying. There's a lot of things I'm enjoying about this, so I can't complain whatsoever. Can you hear that? Is that really loud for you? God, I hope not. But there's a lot of parts of it that I'm like just generally just like having a great time with. So I can't really complain that much. I also really like the vibe of this apartment. Yara herself is someone. Oh, this is me trying generative AI, by the way. I did leave it in the video. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just me figuring it out and being like, ew, gross, and then I moved on. I was like, it's a cool concept, but I can go get textures of my own that someone made. Why would I have a AI do it? It's my thought process behind it. And there's other parts like the things like this I thought was kind of cute. I don't know. But Yara is someone who is a teacher and she's also a writer. She likes to do a little bit of programming as well. And so these are just like fun things that I got to experience. Also, like a lot of things, the job itself is a rabbit hole, like her going to work and stuff. You can text back and forth with your partner or your friends about your job, which is really cool, but it is exactly what you like. It's a rabbit hole, but there's a lot of experiences I've found in this game in particular that are not rabbit holes. So if you're someone who is not looking forward to a game filled with rabbit holes, so far I don't believe there's that many. It's reminding me a lot of The Sims 3 in particular in that regard. And so if you're someone who does like The Sims 3 and wants a bit of an updated game for that, yeah, I think this is a pretty comparable title so far. Once again, I've only probably put in 6 hours maybe of my time so far, so I'll check back in at a future date. I'm not experiencing any type of kid stuff. I'm just now experiencing romance for the first time. So yeah, I just figured I should mention those things in case you're curious. We are officially done with the outside, so now we're gonna move into the bedroom area. Bedroom area is the office area. It's also like just like where she sleeps and stuff. There's like things like she changes her outfits. And it's like an interaction. It's not just like she spins, which is really cool. And so I'm really happy I did put something down for her to be able to do that. I gave her a dresser. It doesn't say it's necessary to give her a dresser, but I did give her one. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it so far. Livelihood, I don't have anything to talk about for life. I mean, that's just really the answer here. Um, like, I normally come in here, I'm like, ooh, let's talk about this, let's talk about this. I don't really have a lot to talk about. On Friday, the plan is currently to play Sons of Sacrifice, and which I'm excited about. Streaming this week is a little weird because I don't know what all days I'm working, what all days I'm not working, and that has kind of put an interesting, like, we don't know what your schedule looks like. It gets kind of complicated is really what the answer is. This is me struggling to figure out wallpaper. I do eventually land on one, and you're gonna see, but I don't love it. I just don't love it. I think it's fine now. I played with it for several days, end game, so it's fine. She also has this favorite color. It's like an off-red maroon pinkish color, but I have it saved in her like to be able to make this away, but I don't have it in a situation like this. So that's also another situation where I'm like, I wish that color moved and like was a bit more transportive. So yeah. So that's fun. I'm trying to think. Anything else to take note of? Oh my god, I'm nervous that my cat's gonna step on a keyboard thing again. Oh, she really could. Okay. I'm just gonna move that. Not let her do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm reading a lot, just doing all the usual basic stuff. Still happily in love. Love that man. You want to see what he looks like? We've made him in The Sims before. Which is fun. Yeah, I mean, honestly, obviously we're over here. Obviously, the format of this channel and stuff has changed pretty significantly as well, where we are uploading VODs and stuff, and really the only time that I'm like really talking to you is this. And like speed builds and stuff like that. Okay, this is now my husband's here. I have a hard time filming. I don't have a hard time streaming when he's in here. For some reason, when it's just like me talking to a camera, it is a lot harder. I don't know why. I only have like a minute left though, so like I don't want him to leave. Like it's kind of crazy. Anyway, we are coming to the end of the speed build though. Honestly, we probably have enough in the actual thing. I'll just go on for just a little bit longer. I don't know. And I'll cut it down if need be. Yeah. That's the build, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying. I'm having a great time with inzoi. I was a little shocked. I thought it was gonna be a lot more chaotic. And okay, now there's extra noises. Not you moving like that. Said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll tell you all next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.